welcome to By Kimberly Saint. That's me. Okay, so today I wanted to share some of my story because it was about maybe 4 years ago now. It's crazy. Where I had this life-changing moment and it just started unraveling things. Everything started unraveling in my life. It was fucking incredible. But basically, I was in the forest and I was in Big Bear in one of those like cabin. What are they called? They're like those little tiny tin cabiny things with the big window. I forget what, postcard cabin? But anyway, it was like this gorgeous experience, and in the forest, it's like gorgeous big trees, completely surrounded by the trees. And we get there, we just arrived, and I go and sit down by the fire pit, just overlooking the trees and just looking around. And then I start crying all of a sudden and having this insane, in the moment, in real time realization that I've been living a life following people and that needed to change. It doesn't work for me anymore. You know, I needed to figure out how to live my life as me and really discover myself and live from there. And so I didn't know what that meant at all, but I decided that's what I want to do, and I made an intentional choice to really make that change. And things just started unfolding. Like, I remember the day, it's insane, I started hearing the birds chirping like I'd never heard them before. Like, they were so loud. My hearing all of a sudden just like got better or something. Like, I started listening. Like, it was mind-blowing, and still to this day one of the best experiences. So I was like in my home in Burbank at the time, and I used to like climb up on the ladder and go onto the roof and sit up there like at sunset. And this one particular day I was doing that, and I could just hear the birds, and it was so overwhelmingly beautiful. The connection to just hearing nature and the world around me. It was like just an eye-opening experience, an ear-opening experience. But that was a delight. And it's like my life just started to bloom like a flower, you know? And it's been just an incredible journey, just navigating what that looks like. Because before, you know, I was following like a pathway that was paved for me already. Because when you're someone who is a rule follower or someone who follows, you know, you're kind of walking a path that's people before you've already done the work, or they've, you know, paved a certain way, and so you can't even like choose your own direction, and you don't even know how, so you're just following the pathway that's laid before you. And that's so easy because you can see it, you know it's there. Yeah, it's just interesting. I had another moment in the forest again in Big Bear, and I was kind of off the walking path. I had kind of gone into the forest, and I overheard someone say, "Doesn't she know the pathway's here?" And when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's so funny. Like, I don't follow the pathway anymore. Like, I create my own. I'm learning to create my own pathway as I explore, go beyond the pathway that I once knew, as I create my own pathway, as I create new like thought pathways and patterns and rhythms and different things in my life, as I explore myself and discover what's inside. And I do think it's been surprising too. Like, I find everything I need at the right time. It's insane. Like, I started reading self-help books, and I just kept finding more books to read. It's kind of wild. And then I started listening to podcasts, and I kept finding podcasts to listen to, and I just started learning like about all these different topics and all these different journeys, and it was incredible just finding where it led me. And I got a lot of help in all the areas that I needed to grow in, because that's what I was searching for. And you know, I started finding even my yin yoga girl on YouTube, the Bare Female. It's crazy, I don't even know how I found her, but I stumbled upon her on YouTube. I'd done many YouTube workouts and stretches before, but with this girl, she's so incredibly slow. I really do a lot of yin yoga, so I find that really meditative, and yeah, just the way that she's gentle and really like picks her words and what she's gonna say, and I've just found a lot of freedom in her videos. Like, she's a very good guide in what she does. But yeah, I just keep finding the things that I need next, or like what I need to learn next, or what's the next thing. It just starts to happen as I am also learning how to listen to my intuition and see what's going on inside. I then know the next step, or the next like little brick that I want to pay for myself, because I'm creating my own pathway. It's very interesting. And you know, like, I don't even know, like, do I believe in God or not? But I don't think that matters. What I do know is, in that life-changing moment that I had, I was there. I don't know if God was there, but I was there. And I think what's important is learning how to believe in me, because I did not before. I was like so into like believing in God and following people and doing all that, and it just got to the point where I was just like following way too many rules and living a life that was like said the way that I should live, and it just covered me. Like, there was no way for me to be me, you know. I didn't know how. So in the life before everything changed, I was like a quiet little mouse, and I didn't speak that much, which is so interesting. And now I feel like I have a lot to say, because I'm like experiencing life. Like, I've become alive. I like, oh, it's so wild. Yeah, so I'm just like learning how to believe in myself. And you know, I think that whether God's real or not, it's a personal journey. Like if I find God, that's cool. If I don't, that's cool. Like, I just have to go on my pathway now. I can't listen to someone say, hey, look, you gotta believe in God, or hey, look, this is the way. Like, I just don't believe in that anymore. I believe in personal experience and living your true, authentic life from the inside out, and finding yourself, discovering yourself, loving yourself, and just all of that kind of journey. And when you live that authentic life, you really can become, and you have the freedom to become who you are. And who you are naturally will just bubble out of you, because what comes to you naturally would just start overflowing. Like, I kind of feel like that's what's happening to me as well now. Like, all of a sudden, I'd written these poems that I've been saying like 2 years ago, and I've written them over time, and now all of a sudden I just felt compelled to make videos every single day. And like, I started to realize as I was doing that I'm learning and practicing how to talk and how to like share what's in my mind and see what's coming out, you know, and kind of like through these videos, like I'm also getting to know myself because I rewatch them and I like to see like what is Kim saying, you know, like what's she saying, and do I like these videos, and just seeing how, you know, creative I am, and just really getting to know me as a human being. It's like so beautiful. Yeah, so just really navigating this life now for myself and building what is authentic to me and what comes out naturally to me, and learning to find the things that help me. And as I keep doing that, I know I'm gonna find my people as I find myself, and I think that's really important. I have to find myself first to then be able to find the right people, because how can someone truly know me, and how can I find my people if I'm not even me, you know? So on the journey, babe, and I'm just so proud, so proud to be on this journey, for all the work that I've done and that I keep doing and that I'm committed now. I'm like, oh, this is a forever journey. Like the difference between the life I was living before was all like this belief in something else, this belief in something, like just never me. It was always like very belief over here. Now I'm learning to believe in myself and starting to like do the work and the steps and the paving, whereas before I was so reliant on other people to pave the way for me, so reliant on the belief of like all the, yeah, just so much belief. And belief is really good and beautiful, but I think like belief in doing the work and all that kind of stuff, everything's like intertwined, and it's important to make sure that you're doing the work, you know. It goes hand in hand, and the work is actually delicious. I really enjoy it. I love like what are the things that really help me, like, yeah, I'll share some. Like, you know, in the morning I love to get up and have a shower and read a book and have a coffee. So I read like a chapter every morning with my coffee, and that might, you know, as my babes wakes up, you know, he might join me, he might not, whatever's going on in that little hour that he's awake, but that's what I'm doing. And then when he takes another nap, I do my yin yoga meditation, and I really just I'm learning to like really make sure I'm working on myself and putting myself first and staying healthy, and it's been just overflowing out of me. It's incredible. And now like I've got this treadmill because my neighborhood's not that walkable, and so I'm just like learning to walk on that and just listen to a podcast, and that's been so nice because I love walking so much. And I like to come out here and record something. I love making a podcast with my husband, just really like cooking every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I really try to do that and really get into it and put some music on and just really slow down. I'm trying to like lean into this slow lifestyle because that is what feels right to me and what feels more delicious and delightful. So it's a really fun, challenging, hard transition, but I'm like getting there. As we have our own place now, I feel comfortable practicing being myself at home. I think that also that's important. Like I've been able to learn and practice the type of person I want to be at home, and so that's an everyday practice of learning how to be myself, letting you know, my people see me and letting me see me, and it's just a beautiful unfolding. So, you know, I'm continuing on this journey, but yeah, I just thought I wanted to share it a little bit because it's beautiful. It's been a beautiful, beautiful journey. And so I just hope that, you know, you're finding your things that help unravel you and that help you get to know you, because you're amazing and you deserve to live a delicious life. So I hope you have a great day. And if you have any questions or if you want to share your story, please comment or message me, because I'd love, honestly, to hear it. And I'd love to connect with you. So I hope you have a good day. Bye.